Hi, this is Evan Osar with Fitness Education Seminars and Fitness Insider. This video we're going to cover scapular mechanics. We've been talking about that lately in our newsletters, and we want to show you exactly what that looks like in a video. So we can show you how to cue the pattern, what some common compensations are, and what should really be happening through the scapular mechanics as we go through pushes and pulls. We'll use cables and or bands for these patterns because they can allow us to train in the upright position and easily show and cue proper scapular mechanics. So I'm going to have Janice start out in a split stance with a cable push pattern. So as we look at Janice from behind, we'll look at her scapular mechanics here. Now I'm going to put my fingers right on her scapular border, and as she pushes out, the scapula should wrap around the thoracic cage, and as she comes back, it should stabilize against the thoracic cage, not come back into adduction. So she pushes out and goes into slight abduction. She comes back into slight adduction, but not bringing the scapula back towards the spine. She maintains scapular stability through the entire motion. Do a couple more for me, please, Janice. She pushes out and comes back. Pushes out and comes back. Pushes out, comes back. Now, stop just for a minute. Let's take a view from the side now. Now, so we'll watch her from the side now. So the scapula will wrap around the thoracic cage and then come back under control. As we look at the shoulder mechanics, she'll stop here. She'll not let the shoulder come too far back, especially in those clients that have an anterior humeral migration, because that will start to put a lot of stress on the biceps tendon, which is trying to hold the shoulder back in a socket. So again, she'll push out, come back under control. Perfect. Now I'm going to have Janice go through a couple dysfunctional patterns so you can see what that looks like. Here you see the scapula, do it one more time, coming over top the thoracic cage, not around the thoracic cage. So do that again, Janice. Comes up and over, and then come back. And the other pattern, what will happen during the pattern is as she comes back into the eccentric phase, she'll collapse through the shoulder blade. So go ahead, push out, and then as she comes back, she doesn't control it, and she starts to go into downward rotation and excessive adduction. You can see her scapula starting to come together right here. So do a couple more just like that, and then come back to excessive abduction, excessive adduction. And you can see the scapula just kind of popping back as she comes back into the eccentric phase. So again, I want to cue her, hold that connection here through her serratus, and she's able to maintain better control of the scapula as she goes through the pattern.